the parent and the parenting. In today's part, we'll be looking at parenting by assumption. We take our example from Joseph and Mary and some other people in the scriptures. Joseph and Mary, they were a couple that we refer to as a power couple. Yeah, power couple because of their ability to raise the Messiah, Jesus Christ, in a way that he became a responsible adult. We see two good examples. The Bible said in Mark chapter 6, verse 3, that Jesus was referred to as a carpenter. So he learned this trade from his father. So it wasn't a presumption. He was actually learned it from his father. And when you also look at his interaction with Mary in John chapter 2, you see that he was a responsible child. He wasn't an insultive child, very responsible. So that means the parent did a good job raising him up. We can learn how they parented by assumption also. When they went to Jerusalem for the feast, the Bible said when they departed, they assumed that Jesus must have been in the company of other people they were traveling together. It took them a whole day before they actually discovered that the assumption was not so. So it was a check-back system that made them able to do that discovery. So they went to the temple and eventually found Jesus Christ there. You can imagine it took them 3 days to be able to locate him. Can you imagine what the impact could have been if Jesus was not in the temple, if he had followed some bad boys, if he's doing something that is very bad, for example? That would have made a significant impact on who he turned out to be. For this particular couple, it was a one-off event. There was no other record where they raised Jesus making some assumptions. But for some parents in our days, this is their permanent trend. They are constantly parenting by assumption. They think that, okay, my child is in the choir in the church, then he is doing fine. My child goes to school every day, then he must be doing very well. Make several assumptions about the child without having a check-back system. If you look at Samuel, the prophet, the Bible said when he became old, he made his children to become leaders in Israel. And they couldn't lead well. So how come that a prophet of that magnitude did not know that his children were not following his footsteps until it became very late? That is parenting by assumption. If you look at another man, Nebuchadnezzar, he had several strange experiences with God, which led to his closeness to God. His son that became king after him had challenges, and he did not even know what to do until his mother came to tell him, oh, this is what your father did. So can you imagine a parent that had experiences without influencing his child or influencing his son? That happens when parenting is done by assumption. It is very important as parents that there is a check-back system of validating whatever you assume about your child. Is it about their relationship with God? Is it about their academics? You must have a check-back system so that you don't live your life in assumption.